There's an elephant in our classrooms. His name is myopia. He's a stickler for the rules and for tradition. I am a disruptive thinker, a change maker, an elephant spotter, and sometimes an elephant mover. Just for the fun of it, could I get people to give a show of hands who does not like change? Is there anyone here who does not like change? Oh, I see some. There's a few. Yes, be honest. Please be honest. It's good therapy for you. Come on. Because you know what? We all love change. We love change and we hate change. I am an advocate of such. I love change and I hate change. Change must be about bringing benefits. And if it does, we love change. There's something more that I hate though, apart from change. And that is when you can see that change must occur and it doesn't. When you can see all the evidence to say that we should do something different and yet we don't.
In 1930, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives, in an effort to alleviate the effects of the, anyone? The Great Depression, passed the, anyone? A tariff bill, the Hawley-Smoot Tariff Act, which, anyone raised or lowered? Raised tariffs in an effort to collect more revenue for the federal government. Did it work? Anyone? Anyone know the effects? It did not work, and the United States sank deeper into the Great Depression.
That frustrates me no end as a person who loves change.
Anyone?
You know, the world is far different than it was 15 years ago. We keep hearing all the time, and we're getting kids ready for a world that we don't know exactly what they're going to need. What we want to do is more inquiry, more engagement, more thinking on the part of our kids, and technology becomes the lever to make that happen.
The technology is not going away at this point. The infusion of learning with technology is what our students are now expecting.
Teachers really struggle to understand the difference between teaching technology and integrating technology. What the standards do is to help articulate what technology integration is and what technology integration is not.
In the 1990s, Bloom's taxonomy was updated by a group led by David Krathwohl, one of the original authors, and Lauren Anderson, a former student of Bloom's. To make the model relevant to 21st century learning, one of their main changes was updating the nouns associated with each level to action-oriented verbs. This differentiation positions thinking as an action-based process rather than one of passive acquisition. But in thinking about how technology affects this model, consider it as Bloom's digital taxonomy. This updated version aims to expand upon the skills associated with each level as technology becomes a more ingrained and essential part of learning. For instance, some propose that new action verbs can be applied within each level. Let's take a look at creating, in which learners are designing, inventing, and constructing a piece of work that shows what they know. One could add new digital verbs to creating, like blog, remix, or program. These verbs refer to possible learning activities that incorporate digital technologies in which students are creating. Adding digital verbs to the taxonomy also promotes 21st century skills like communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking. Others have taken the 6 levels of the taxonomy and aligned them with technology tools that help foster each level. For example, as a teacher, you can think about how to integrate apps and websites that help students remember content, like flashcards or drill and practice tools. There are tools that help students analyze and make sense of content, like reading charts, graphs, or mind maps. Or you can think about what tools support student creation, like producing, podcasting, blogging, coding, editing, and more. With these examples, the focus should not necessarily be on the tools themselves, but on how the tools can be vehicles in transforming student thinking at different levels. So, as you weave technology into your teaching, ask yourself, how can the tools you use support different cognitive levels?
To me, what's really important is we have to rethink our approaches to learning and education to fit with the new possibilities of the digital age. With new technologies, they provide us with an opportunity to rethink what we learn, how we learn, where we learn, when we learn, who we learn with. New technologies do hold the opportunity for very different approaches for education. For example, we can treat the technology not as a way to deliver and access information, but as a material for building and creating things in the world. I mean, this goes back to the theories of Jean Piaget, the great psychologist, epistemologist, who talked about learning as an effort of active construction of new knowledge.